Third annual Martin Luther King Celebrating the Dream, the life, the influence, the love for humanity that has impacted my life. You know, as I was preparing some of the materials for tonight's show, because it really is quite a program, and I was just reminded of this, how my life has been impacted and influenced by Martin Luther King over the decades. And in fact, not just that, but what we do right here at MetaJAX is, in my mind and my heart, is a reflection of so much of what his life stood for. And so tonight, once again directed by ELENA GEORGE GILLIAM, we're going to have quite an experience. Looking forward to it so much. As a lover of jazz, one of my favorite quotes of MLK is that jazz speaks for life. And I think perhaps many or most of you here tonight are also lovers of jazz. And, certainly ELENA and George and the rest of our friends up here as well. And it reminds me of two things you need to know. I'll just point it out as we're getting started. On each of your tables, you have one of these. And something really interesting, ELENA is going to be giving a lecture on March 14th down in Laguna Beach at the Local Arts on Blue Note Jazz. So go check that out on March 14th. I think that'll be pretty good. And then on April 7th, big deal. Big deal. It's going to be, ELENA will be debuting her latest recording, which is just heart-stopping. It's so incredible. Full orchestra, recorded in Budapest, and amazing. So how can you launch that album if you don't have a full orchestra? So we're doing it with a full orchestra down at the Barclay at Irvine. So really, get behind that, help us promote that, help us get the word out on that, because it's a pretty big deal, and you got to be there. So it's April the 7th. And, tonight we've got a special host and MC who's going to be our guide. It's Les Hawthorne. You might know him as the voice of the Newport Beach Jazz Festival. He's the MC also for the Dana Point Blues Festival, the California Food and Wine Festival, all these festivals, the George and Elena Festival. Now here's a good one. I don't think, perhaps not quite a festival, but it is the Sheriff's Awards Gala. So that's impressive. Yeah, I mean, he's also, you can catch him at Casino Night at the Oasis Senior Center. So don't miss that one, right? But he's been a fixture here in Newport Beach for almost 30 years. He's the owner of Paradigm Communications. So would you welcome, we call him the voice of baby boomers, but tonight he is our guide and our MC. Would you welcome Les Hawthorne?
Thank you, Tim. Hello, friends. Welcome to the third annual MetaJAX Salute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Celebrating the Dream with Jazz. You're in for a very special treat, a multi-sensual video presentation that will help you to enjoy and appreciate the life and sacrifices of Dr. King, and for the wonderful vision he held for our country. My name is Les Hawthorne, and it is my honor to be with you tonight. I've worked as an announcer in radio and television and live events for over 30 years. Yet this event is one that is very dear to my heart. Last year, I sat in this very audience and not knowing what to expect. But it didn't take long before I was tapping my feet and smiling from ear to ear and even shedding a tear as ELENA and the band touched our hearts with this moving tribute to the beloved Nobel Peace Prize winner, Martin Luther King. To begin our journey, we'll turn to our group of talented and accomplished musicians that formed the George Gilliam Quintet. Now, Martin Luther King loved jazz, and our all-star band is ready to lead this jazzy demonstration. Now, you probably have some of these guys on your playlist or on your music collection. I'll start right here with the piano, a classically trained pianist who segued into jazz under the tutelage of Buddy Matheson, the pianist for Billie Holiday and Cal Tjader. This guy, his cool yet frenetic, straight-ahead playing style has him holding down the keyboards with his trio in prominent jazz clubs all across Southern California, and headlining with the late Barbara Morrison and the timbales king, Ramon Banda. Say hello to Michael Levan. On sax, one of the top horn players in Southern California. I know him from multiple appearances at the Playboy Jazz Festivals. He's played with Mel Torme, Eddie Daniels, Ernie Andrews, as well as the featured soloist with the Estrada Brothers Latin Jazz Ensemble, and a member of the Chris Williams Quintet. But he's not only a celebrated Yamaha woodwind artist, he is also the president of the Orange County Musicians Union Local 7. Give it up for Edmund Velasco. Laying down the bass lines is one of the most versatile and respected bass players today. He hit the scene as an in-demand studio musician with Pancho Sanchez and George Shearing. Then he began touring with Les Brown and his band of renown, then returned to studio work with artists like Manhattan Transfer, Tony Tennille, Lou Rawls, Jane Monheit. He joined the Brian Seltzer Orchestra and was the driving bass that got us into that new swinging dance movement in 2K and kept our feet moving on that double Grammy-winning album, Double Boogie, on bass, who keeps your feet patting all night long, Mr. Ernie Nunez. Back here on our drums, he has a magical musical history. He's toured extensively with guitarist Larry Carlton, circled the globe with Barry Manilow, and Dave played or recorded with Eddie Van Halen, Linda Ronstadt. And when you think about it, if you own any of the 5 American Songbook albums by Rod Stewart, he was on the drums. Think about it. You've heard his drumming in a wide range of studio and film and television commercials, and even at the Pantages Auditorium during that long run of the Lion King musical. And most recently, he toured working for 7 years with the great Burt Bacharach. When you're this good, it only makes sense that he'd be on our stage tonight. So put your hands together for John Ferraro. And leading this esteemed group is the man known for his ability to go from a moving ballad to a swinging bebop tune, enchanting you with his guitar. George was a band leader before he graduated from high school in Gary, Indiana. In fact, he was the runner-up in the local talent show there, losing to a local group of kids, the Jackson 5. Then he moved from Gary to Chicago and formed a group called the Rocking Soul Brothers. At the time, his group featured a little vocalist by the name of Shaka Khan. Then on to New Orleans, where he jammed with a young Wynton Marsalis while George was a music student at Xavier University. Then finally, California dreaming hooked him. He came playing with the George Rutherford Jazz Orchestra, where he met his wife, who you'll meet shortly. All this to say that he is a renowned band leader with an uncanny ability to bring the best of the best together for our listening pleasure. He's a living legend of jazz musician with a comical wit that keeps the crowd smiling. Friends, show your love for the band leader, the award-winning Mr. George Gilliam. More of that, more of that. Our evening begins with a jazz song that Dr. King loved, one of his favorites that he'd often play during some of his speeches because it spoke to the urgency of the civil rights movement. Now is the Time by Charlie Parker. Then you'll be whisked away to another time in the history of our nation through the magic of video recordings. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing you tonight Celebrating the Dream with jazz. Give it up for the George Gilliam Quintet, and now is the time.
happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Moving and amazing moment in the history of our nation. I can remember being in school and listening to that and feeling so proud to be an American, so proud at the promise that held forth. And I'm also proud of this man back here. You know, I didn't actually give him his due. The album that he played on with the Brian Seltzer Orchestra was the Double Boogie album, correct? Let me see if I have that right. The Dirty Boogie album featuring Jump, Jive, and Wail. So that's what it was. All right. Thank you, Ernie. I had it wrong the first time, but you had it right from the beginning. And now it's time to meet your featured vocalist, a singer that began her career with the resurgence of the big band sound, singing and recording with the Charles Rutherford Jazz Orchestra and his big band. She is the preeminent voice of the exploding Orange County jazz scene. ELENA is often compared to Ella Fitzgerald or that sassy Sarah Vaughan, but she has a unique, warm, sultry tone that is hers alone. In 2016, she was honored as a living legend of jazz. And in 2021, she was inducted into the Jazz and Blues Hall of Fame for California. And you heard the big announcement that on Sunday, April the 7th, ELENA will return to her roots, singing with a full orchestra at the beautiful Barclay Theater in Irvine. This is the first time in the 21st century that you'll get to see and hear her perform her favorite songs with a full orchestral arrangement. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, friends. It's also, as Tim mentioned, the official release of her new album, Shall We Dance, with the award-winning producers Bob Barrett and Tony Guerrero. So get your tickets right away. Be there or regret it for the rest of your lives. And now, on with the show. Celebrating the Dream with Jazz, please welcome the lady with the voice that stirs your spirit and calms your soul, jazz legend, ELENA GILLIAM.
Buddy, hey! Woo! Happy Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy, and he wandered very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. Then one day, one magic day, he passed my way, and he spoke of many things, fools and kings, and this he said to me: the greatest thing that you'll ever learn is to love and be loved in return. Yeah. Edmund Velasco. That's Edmund Velasco right there. Makes me want to dance. Michael Levan was a very strange, enchanted boy, and he wandered very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one magic day he passed my way, and he spoke of many things, fools and kings. This he said to me: the greatest thing that you'll ever learn is to love and be loved in return. In return, love and be loved in return. The greatest thing, to be loved, to love and be loved in return. Michael Levan there. Edmund. Thank you so much. That song reminds me so much of Dr. King, because to love and be loved, that was his song. Spreading love and trying to make other people, help other people understand what that was about. I have to tell you one thing about the speech, the I Have a Dream speech that I learned last year, and that was that Mahalia Jackson, who was a very good friend of Dr. King's, what a friend. How about that? I'd love to have a friend like that. They were very close, and he told her about his speech before he did it, but she was behind the podium during the speech. And he paused at one point during the speech. Now, we just heard a little snippet of this speech, but he paused, and she said from behind him, "Tell him about your dream, Martin," because he seemed to be a little stuck where he was. And then it happened, the dream. And that's just amazing to me. That gives me chills thinking about it. That came off of the top of his head. I have a dream. I mean, that's pretty amazing. What an amazing man. And I wanted to do this, I started a few years ago, because we wanted to celebrate who he was and what he was about. Nonviolent, finding peaceful ways to get along with each other. And he tried for the entire time that he was here. He did pretty good, but we got a long way to go, don't we? We got a long way to go. But don't stop trying. Please, please, please. Now let's do some jazz, because he loved jazz. He loved it. You ready, fellas? This is from my last CD, and I just love it. Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I find I'm clinging to a cloud I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or is it just the sound of your hello? That music I hear, I get misty the moment you're near. Can it be that you're leading me on? But that's just what I want you to do? Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, can I wander through this wonderland all alone? Never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love. Yeah, come on, buddy. Woo! Michael Levan, too. Woo! Can it be that you're leading me on? But that's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why, that's why, that's why. In love, oh, I got it bad for you, boy. Yes, I'm too misty. Woo-hoo-hoo. Don't get me wrong, you see, I'm so misty. Oh yes, I'm too misty and too much in much in love. Just too much in love. Too much. I'm too much in love. Too much in love. Yeah, my boys. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love that song. I love it fast, I love it slow. Classic. Classic. Can't go wrong with that song. So I wanted to, what? You like that song too? Honey, you have a mic there. If you want to talk, you can talk.
See, I was trying to avoid this. I was trying to sit over here
You know
quietly.
the rules. You know the rules.
I was trying to be quiet.
I have to say something good if you're going to talk.
There's nothing I can say. Nothing I can do. You're
So-
wonderful. You're wonderful, dear. You're
Yeah,
wonderful.
thank
Go
you,
for it.
Thank you, darling. So you had to pick up the mic just to say you had nothing to say. That's okay. It's all right. I like that. Even when you have nothing to say, he says it so eloquently. Yeah. So, cheers to everybody. Chin chin. Happy weekend. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Yes. Here's to peace. Here's to peaceful ways. Here's to love. Cheers. Thank you. I needed a cue over there. Just shout it out if I'm missing it.
All right, take it easy over there.
Oh, you guys too. This band is fantastic. I love all of these guys, and I can't say enough about them. So I wanted to do a song and feature Ernie on the front. Did I tell you about that? No. Well, I got it on the list. You know what I'm saying? I got it on the list right there, you know. Nice and easy, Ernie. He's like scared I'm gonna go too fast. Nice and easy. We're gonna start this off together. You know, the wonderful thing about a bassist that I learned many years ago from a fabulous bassist named Louis Spears. Oh, he was great. He said, always listen to the bass if you get lost in the tune, because they'll bring you right on track. And Ernie is at the top of the list when it comes to carrying me through this tune. Huh? Where are you? Where's that? I got it. I got this. I tease, I kid. You ready? Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just relax your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that pitter-pat? There's a happy tune in your step. Just relax your feet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with the blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid to roll back. It's all over. If I never have a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet, on the sunny side of the street. Yeah. Yeah, Georgie. George. That was nice. Yes, thank you, Edmund. Come on, Ernie. Show him what you got. That's Ernie right there. I used to walk in the shade with the blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid to walk over. Oh, it's Rover. If I never have a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. On the sunny side of the street. On the, take me out, Ernie. Side of the street. On the sunny side of the street. On the sunny side of the street. Ernie. Or something like that. Oh, the hours we practiced that. Thank you, kind sir, stranger who I don't know, who just put a tip in that big tip jar right in the front there. Don't forget. Oh, you're Goldie.
Now, when I needed the mic. Oh, okay,
Don't
thank you.
shout, don't
Thank
shout,
you.
it's
I'm
coming.
sorry. I got excited. I got nervous. Man put $1 in there. I got upset.
Sometimes you don't.
I got upset. I
Need a
got
mic,
nervous
dear.
to say, uh-oh, guess we sound good, huh? Guess we sound okay. So don't forget, we do have a tip jar up here.
We do have a tip jar.
We
Yes.
do have a tip jar. Don't wait till the end of the night. Feel comfortable walking up here anytime you feel like it.
Oh, yeah.
Put any
Before,
denomination.
during, after songs. And
That's right. Any.
All right.
There you go. Any denomination that you feel comfortable with will be gravely appreciated.
But a minimum of $5.
See, you were being nice. I was going to say a minimum
I know.
of $50.
I know. See, I try to take it easy on the people. I try to take it easy on the
But
people.
I'll take whatever you give me because
You
I'm
know,
going to be happy
they
with
come
that.
out. I'm so happy you guys are here.
That's right.
From the bottom of our hearts.
And-
Thank you so much for coming out and being with us on this Sunday night. Aren't you glad there's not a blizzard outside? You have to travel through all that? Because I would expect you to travel through all of that just to get here anyway. And you know how things go.
Okay, but I digress.
I digress. Yes, sorry.
Thank you. But thank you
I
again.
segued.
That's right. You just kept on going. I just cut me off.
You know how I am.
Just cut me off. Thank you. I ain't got nothing
He's not
else to
done
say.
yet, Raj.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Are you done? He said, don't give me no microphone. You know, this next one is ours. Are you ready for this next one? I pulled this out and dusted it off just for the occasion. Because it's a great song. Sometimes you see songs, you go, why don't I do that song? I haven't done it in a long time, but I dearly love it. This is called Don't Go to Strangers. love. And when you need someone true to love, don't go to strangers, darling. Come home to me. Play with fire till your fingers burn. And when there's no place for you to turn, don't go to strangers, darling. Come to me. For when you hear a call to follow your heart, you'll follow your heart, I know. And I've been through it all, so I'm an old pro. And I'll understand if you go. So make your mark for your friends to see. And when you need more than just some company, don't go to strangers, darling. Come to me. Come on, Mike. Ain't that pretty? For when you hear a call to follow your heart, you'll follow your heart, I know. And I've been through it all, so I'm just an old pro, and I'll understand if you go. So make your mark for all your friends to see. And when you need a little more than company, don't go to strangers, darling. Come home to me. To me. Thank you. Hi, George. Yeah, thank you. Michael, beautiful. Thanks. Isn't that a great song? So I had a couple of wonderful quotes from, thank you so much. Wonderful quotes that I thought I should share with you from Martin Luther King. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. I love that one. And here's another great one. Yes, thank you. I wish I had written it. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Yes, indeed. Wow. I've got like 3 pages of quotes here, but I won't tell you. You know, we won't go through that.
This is the last
So we're going to do.
I'm with
Now
you.
we're doing How High to Move. I love it when I look back at John and he's ready. He's like, I'm ready. And I know he's on. This guy is the greatest drummer. He didn't wear that suit for nothing. Oh man, these are terrific. Let's do it about here. I said, can you go that fast? And you know you're going to be on this one. Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above when love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's heaven, it's where you are. Somewhere there's music, how near, how far. The darkest nights would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will be still my heart, how high the moon. Go boy, go, go, go. Yeah. Yeah, boy. zap over it, over there. Solo. Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, 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 how high the moon. There is no moon above when love is far away too, till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's heaven, it's where you are. Somewhere there's music, how near, how far. The darkest nights would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will be still my heart. Till you will be still my heart. Till you will be still my heart. How high the Woo! Thank you. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you. We're going to show you another wonderful video, so stay tuned. Lights go low.
I tell you, we have nothing but the greatest of appreciation for this swinging band. Give them another round. And ELENA, the queen of big band. Now, I'm going to set the stage for what I'm going to be reading. In September of 1964, the city of Berlin, Germany, is divided by a wall separating the communist-controlled East and the democratic West. Martin Luther King had been invited to speak at West Berlin's 14th annual cultural festival. It was to commemorate the visit of President John F. Kennedy the year before, just 2 months before his assassination. During his visit, Dr. King accomplished the impossible. He walked from west to east, crossing at the infamous checkpoint, Charlie, using only his American Express card as an ID, and gave a rousing speech to a crowd that had assembled at a local church. His visit coincided with the very first year of the Berlin Jazz Festival, featuring artists like Miles Davis, Coleman Hawkins, and the Dave Brubeck Quintet. Because everybody knew that King loved jazz, they invited him to give the opening address at the festival. But his schedule didn't permit it, and instead he wrote an essay that was included as the foreword to the Berlin Jazz Festival. 2 months later, he would be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And at the end of the year, he appeared on the magazine Time as Man of the Year. So although this is one of King's lesser-known writings, It is really one of the most profound essays about jazz in modern times. In classrooms across America this weekend, this essay is read to celebrate King's legacy and the power of music to change hearts. I now read to you his foreword to the 1964 Berlin Jazz Festival. God has wrought many things out of oppression. He has endowed his creatures with the capacity to create, and from this capacity has flowed the sweet songs of sorrow and joy that have allowed man to cope with his environment and many different situations. Jazz speaks for life. The blues tell the story of life's difficulties, and if you think for a moment, you will realize that they take the hardest realities of life and put them into music, only to come out with some new hope or sense of triumph. This is triumphant music. Modern jazz has continued in this tradition, singing the songs of a more complicated urban existence. When life itself offers no order and meaning, the musician creates an order and meaning from the sounds of the earth which flow through his instrument. It is no wonder that so much of the search for identity among American Negroes was championed by jazz musicians. Long before the modern essayists and scholars wrote of racial identity as a problem for a multiracial world, musicians were returning to their roots to affirm that which was stirring within their souls. Much of the power of our freedom movement in the United States has come from this music. It has strengthened us with its sweet rhythms when courage began to fail. It has calmed us with its rich harmonies when spirits were down. And now, jazz is exported to the world. For in the particular struggle of the Negro in America, there is something akin to the universal struggle of modern man. Everybody has the blues. Everybody longs for meaning. Everybody needs to love and be loved. Everybody needs to clap hands and be happy. Everybody longs for faith. In music, especially this broad category called jazz, there is a stepping stone toward all of these. From September 1964, the foreword to the very first Berlin Jazz Festival, written by Martin Luther King.
Isn't that wonderful? And it's so poignant even today. Remember I told you that Mahalia Jackson was one of his good friends. She did this song too. So we thought it was poignant after that speech. Lord, dear Lord above, God Almighty, God of love, please look down and see my people through. Lord, dear Lord above, God Almighty, God of love, please look down and see my people through. Often we feel weary, but He knows our every prayer. Go to Him in secret, and He'll hear your every prayer. He'll give peace and comfort, and He'll ease your troubled mind. Come Sunday, that's the day. I believe that God put sun and moon up in the sky. Don't forget the gray skies, 'cause they're just clouds passing by. He'll give peace and comfort, and He'll ease your troubled mind. Come Sunday, oh, come Sunday, that's the day. Come Sunday, come Sunday, that's the day. Michael Levan, come Sunday. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, if you want a treat, go on YouTube and check out Mahalia doing that song. Just beautiful. Oh, I have a little wine left. Cheers. Did you hear what I said, my friend? I have a little wine left. Just a little bit. Here it goes.
Thank you very
That
much.
was so good, that Malbec.
It really
was so good.
Really good. Just really good.
This is why I want you to have a mic so you can kind of control me.
I have to slow you down, you know.
Slow me. Just
Slow you down.
slow your roll.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Thank you so much.
You're going to do this song. You're going to do
Yes.
this. What song you going to do?
One more quote. But I know somehow that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. flowers. That's a cool one. You ready? What? Yeah. Now we could do the cha-cha. Yeah. This is one of my favorite. This is for you all because you make a difference in my life for sure, for sure. What a difference a day made. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm a part of you, dear. All my lonely nights are through, dear, since you said you were mine. Oh, what a difference a day made. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above won't be stormy. From that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made. And the difference is you. Cha 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 cha. Difference a day made. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers. Oh, where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm a part of you, dear. All my lonely nights are through, dear, since you said you were mine. Oh, what a difference a day made. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above won't be stormy. From that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made. And the difference is you. Difference is you. Anybody want to cha cha cha? Cha cha cha. Cha cha cha. Oh, the difference is you. Thank you, thank you. Boom, boom, boom. I, it's okay.
I was going to dance with you.
It's okay. You
but
were
I
gonna
wasn't
dance
sure.
with me?
I was really going to dance.
Gosh, I missed that.
Yeah, no. You know, it meant I had to put my guitar down.
Well, we can't have that. We can't really have that, so.
I would hope not. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. It's a pleasure having you here, and thank you. Performing for you is such a wonderful, wonderful pleasure to do.
We're
you
gonna
are
do-
such a beautiful audience.
Oh, God,
Thank
I
you so
interrupted
much.
him
Doc, you cutting me off again?
Yes, sorry. Wait, I'll have a seat there. Are you finished? Are you finished? Okay. We're going to do another song.
Just
but
want to let you know.
before
Thank
we
you
have
again.
one more video. Just one more song before we do the video.
It's like you guys are married or something.
Yeah. Woo. Lord have mercy. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. That's water. What do you think? It was pure vodka? Tim's vodka. It's vodka from Tim's. Players vodka. We got a new one for you. You recognize it, huh? Try to contain yourself, young lady. I look in your eyes and I can see you've loved so dangerously. You're not trusting your heart to anyone. You tell me you're gonna play it smart. We're through before we start. Now I believe that we've only just begun. When it's this sweet, there's no saying no. I need you so I'm ready to go. Through the fire, to the limit, to the wall. For a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Through the fire, to whatever come what may. For a chance at loving you, I take it all away. Right down to the wire, even through the fire. Woo. good. There's no saying no. I need you so I'm ready to go. Ready to go through the fire, to the limit, to the wall. For a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Through the fire, to whatever come what may. For a chance at loving you, I'd take it all away. Right down to the wire, even through the fire. Even through the Why, thank you. Thank you. We're going to play.
And while sitting there autographing
Video for you.
books, a demented black woman came up. The only question I heard from her was, "Are you Martin Luther King?" And I was looking down writing, and I said, "Yes." The next minute, I felt something beating on my chest. Before I knew it, I had been stabbed by this demented woman. I was rushed to Harlem Hospital. It was a dark Saturday afternoon. That blade had gone through, and the x-rays revealed that the tip of the blade was on the edge of my aorta, the main artery. And once that's punctured, you're drowned in your own blood. That's the end of you. It came out in the New York Times the next morning that if I had merely sneezed, I would have died. Well, about 4 days later, they allowed me, after the operation, after my chest had been opened and the blade had been taken out, to move around in the wheelchair in the hospital. They allowed me to read some of the mail that came in, and from all over the states and the world, kind letters came in. I read a few, but one of them I will never forget. I had received one from the president and the vice president. I've forgotten what those telegrams said. I'd received a visit and a letter from the governor of New York, but I've forgotten what that letter said. Yes. But there was another letter that came from a little girl, a young girl, who was a student at the White Plains High School. And I looked at that letter, and I'll never forget it. It said simply, "Dear Dr. King, I am a 9th grade student at the White Plains High School." She said, "While it should not matter, I would like to mention that I'm a white girl. I read in the paper of your misfortune and of your suffering. And I read that if you had sneezed, you would have died. I'm simply writing you to say that I'm so happy that you didn't sneeze. I want to say tonight that I too am happy that I didn't sneeze, because if I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1960, when students all over the South started sitting in at lunch counters. And I knew that as they were sitting in, they were really standing up for the best in the American dream and taking the whole nation back to those great wells of democracy which were dug deep by the founding fathers in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1962. The Negroes in Albany, Georgia, decided to straighten their backs up. And whenever men and women straighten their backs up, they are going somewhere, because a man can't ride your back unless it is bent. If I had sneezed, If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been here in 1963. The black people of Birmingham, Alabama aroused the conscience of this nation and brought into being the Civil Rights Bill. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have had a chance later that year in August to try to tell America about a dream that I had had. If I had sneezed, I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
His dream lives on through you and me, through everybody, and you too, dear. Thank you so much for joining us. We got one more for you. Keep your heads up. Share your love, share your kindness. Be kind. So many of us need some kindness out there. I know I do. Down here on the ground, ain't no place for living. Down here on the ground, watching sparrows fly. I see the birds as they make their wings, want to take you high, up to the sky. Down here on the ground, wanting something better. Oh my God. Down here on the ground, wanting something more. One morning soon, I'll make my wings, and I want to go high. I'll fly up to the sky. So if you hear a sound, said I'm down here on the ground, don't you know, it's only me trying to fly. Oh yes, trying to fly, 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 fly. Yeah, trying to fly. Woo. Yeah. Come on, George. Hey. Down here on the ground, wanting something better. Down here on the ground, wanting something more. One day soon, you'll see me fly like the birds on the wing, you so much. Edmund Velasco, George Gilliam, John Ferraro, Ernie Nunez, Michael Levan. My name is Elena. Thank you so much. Bring it down for a minute, guys. Thank you for joining us. I'm so, so, so grateful. I asked God to bless me tonight, and He did. He did. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to send a special thanks to MetaJAX. MetaJAX. Jack Jasper, wherever you are, he is a phenomenal guy, and he keeps this music flowing and going. My good friend, another owner, Tim Ellis, back in the corner. Tim helped me produce all of this. Tim is a master producer. God, love you. I love you, Tim. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that this new CD is going to come out. Thank you, Tim. It's under the MetaJAX label, Tim's label. I mean, the guy does everything. But that's another story. I don't have time for that. So thank you once again for joining us. Please take these words to heart. Remember, Dr. King, peaceful, non-violent. Stay cool. I guess it's another way for saying stay cool. Be true to yourselves. Be kind to others. Be true to others. Thank you so, so much. Take care. God bless and be careful.
Thank you all
there.
again.
Good night.
Thank you so much. Let's hear it again, Miss ELENA Gilliam. Let's hear it one more time. Hey, hey, hey! Edmund Velasco, John Ferraro, Ernie Nunez, Michael Levan. Thank you all so much. God bless you and thank you. Thank you.